Lokan. Lokan, don't turn, Lokan.
Hello everyone and welcome especially to Kianen's 2 cents. In this video we want to talk about the recent song released by Eedris Abdulkareem, and that song is titled Lokan. For those of us who have not listened to that song, I will just give a summary of what the content of that song is, and then we will go into discussions of what our thoughts are. You know, that song has been generating a lot of reactions ever since it came out, a lot of controversies. You know, people have been throwing in their own thoughts about the song, and we feel there's a need for us to also join in the conversation. So that's why we're doing this video. So you are welcome to also share your thoughts in the comment section. So let me just give us a summary of that song. So Eedris Abdulkareem in that song was critical of two people. Number one is the present president of Nigeria, you know, Tinubu, and the government. And then the second person is the general overseer of the Redeemed Christian Church of God, that is Pa Adeboye. For Tinubu's government, I want to believe that most of the things that Eedris said in his song resonate with the people, right? Because we know that things are not soft in Nigeria. It's not like things are soft anywhere in the world anyway, but the truth of the matter is that things have become worse than they used to be, you know, for an average man, for an average person in Nigeria, right? And so he has decided to be critical about that. He's calling on the government to do something. He spoke about the minimum wage and, you know, the need for them to cut down, you know, cost of governance. You know, he said all manner of things, a whole lot of things, right? And this is not the first time he's done this. We remember in 2004, he was also critical of the government at the time when he sang that song, Nigeria Jaga Jaga, right? So Eedris Abdulkareem is known for that. You know, he's one of the activists we have here in Nigeria. Then number two is the pastor, you know, general overseer of the Redeemed Christian Church of God. Of course, we remember during the time of Jonathan, the Pa Adeboye was very critical of the government, you know, but this time around, he's been silent. The only thing he has said is that Nigeria has a spiritual problem. And that was what Eedris Abdulkareem also recalled in that song. All right. So that's the summary. So let me just quickly go into what I think about the whole song. Let me join in the conversation. Then, like I said before, I also invite you all to come to the comment section and tell us what you think. So, number one, I think I commend the courage of Eedris Abdulkareem, right? This is not the first time he's done this. He did it in 2004. I think the song was even banned then, Nigeria Jaga Jaga. But the question is, was he saying the truth? Yes, he said the truth in 2004. Did he say the truth now? The answer is yes. Are Nigerians suffering? Are Nigerians suffering? Yes. And he has spoken to the issue. Okay? He said it started with a miloko, but now it's a biloko. It is hunger's turn. So the question is, he actually spoke truth to power. So I commend that courage, because not everybody that's got that courage. It's not everybody that has the courage to, you know, condemn powers that be. Because sometimes we are afraid. The reason why people don't speak out is that we are afraid of what we stand to probably lose in future from these people. And that's why people don't speak truth to, you know, powers that be, or people that are very influential. But he has done that, and that's what I'm saying. We need to commend him for that. There are people who might disagree. There are people who would say, regardless of what's happening in Nigeria now, that the government is doing well, right? That's debatable. That's not even what I'm talking about. But the question is, for an average man in Nigeria currently, Are things going well? The answer is no. Inflation rate has risen, cost of living has risen, and he has spoken to that issue. So that's what I feel. So I just want to say a big commendation to him for having that courage to do that song, because it's not easy. So, guys, what do you think? Let us hear your thoughts in the comment section. But before then, my brother Key, what do you have to say?
And how far? Okay, so I completely disagree with everything you said. Completely, 100%. Yeah, there are some key things you said that we are on the same page on. Yes, things are hard for Nigerians, clearly. And I want you to please tell me which government has not been criticized. Rightfully. Let me make that clear. Rightfully. Whether they do good or do some good or not. The important part is that these same politicians are the ones at the detriment to Nigerians with the way they overpay themselves and steal our money. So yes, the policies might make sense and all that, but they are still the ones doing what is hampering us as Nigerians. So is a what's that word? Conundrum. It's an issue. I don't even like that debate. That is now very politicized now. Like I've always pointed out, even if Hospital be there, his policies will still stand and people will commend him for it. But these same politicians that are there are still going to do what they do. Will still steal everything, forgetting that Nigerians are hungry. And secondly, the inflation issue is not only in Nigeria, and this post shows it, that it is everywhere in the world. Once the powers that be, like the United States, struggle, it starts to affect every other country, especially the ones that their economy is kind of tied to the dollar. So if you think things are hard in Nigeria, but I don't even want to compare both. Let's focus. I just wanted to point out key things you said. But let's focus on Eedris Abdulkareem himself. First of all, if you are going to rap, let the rap rhyme. So all he said, he could have just said it. He didn't have to rap about it. If you are going to rap, let it rhyme. Let it rhyme. Let it make sense. Secondly, there is no plus. There's no kudos sign for saying what every other person is saying. There is no kudos sign there. We are tired. Let me tell you how I know the fakest people on planet Earth are the people who are always discussing the problem. Like you said, he's a celebrity that has some type of power. What is he doing? And forgive me if maybe he's doing some things in the background we do not know. But I would rather he makes a move, because yes, this same government, all that song is not going to move the needle. So what is he doing as an individual? Because I can guarantee you, some of these celebrities, even if they don't tell us, somebody they help or something they do, we find out about it from the corner. Oh, this is what this celebrity did. Oh, Davido's birthday was this, so he gave all this money to charity. Please forgive me if I'm wrong, and this is why we are having this discussion. Remind me when we heard Idris Abdulkareem give, I'm not saying he doesn't, but when last did we hear something like that? So I don't have a problem with him talking, because that's not rap. But please, we know the problems. Nigerians don't need to hear the problem again. Stop thinking about the problem. Talk about the solution. Go and have a sit down as a representative of the youth. Go and have a sit down with the government. Have a sit down with the governor. Okay, this is what we can do. Blah, 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 blah. They're not telling us what the problem is over and over again. So, I'm not discouraging, or I'm not saying people should not sing about it. Most artists, Techno does it all the time in his songs. Fowls is an advocate, Forgive me if I don't remember if this was at the toll gate. I remember Fowls being there. You know what I mean? So, I don't necessarily, I kind of be reading between the lines sometimes. And, God bless him. If I'm wrong, I'm okay with that. But I'm not a huge fan of all that, calling out the current government. They will call out the next one anyway. So the solutions we need to be discussing at this point. But yes, let's put it to our fans. How do you guys feel? You know, let us know. Feel free to criticize. Feel free to just let us know how you feel without being insultive, please. You know, sometimes our commenters and our followers be making harsh comments. You don't have to. It's a dialogue. Let's discuss. Let's talk about how we feel about certain things without being abusive to others. So, guys, come in the comments. Tell us how you feel. Let us know how you feel. And, you know, subscribe to the channel for more of our videos.